Hey everybody, I'm going to do a real quick follow-up video to the long review that I did a while back on MenaPay. There's been a couple changes that I wanted to go over, just one for transparency and mainly because they're pretty cool. Um, First off, I want to thank everyone for all the likes and subscriptions. I really appreciate it. The channel is going great. If this is your first time and you haven't subscribe, please click on the subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. Try to get a video out at least one a week or so. And make sure you leave a comment. I appreciate all the comments. First, just going to go over MenaPay. The project's broke down into two parts. One is the MenaPay token, and the other one is MenaCash. I'm going to hit MenaCash a little bit just for some of the cool reasons. And some of the main things I need to go over. One was their white paper is coming out. I reviewed the white paper last week. Looks good. Should be coming up on the website later this week or next week. Next is the team, which is still huge and very, very good, very diverse. It's one of the best teams I've ever seen on any project, and it is definitely the biggest one I've ever seen. Big thing about this, well, there's two really incredibly huge announcements. One is, I guess I'll go over what most people think is the big news. That the Princess of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has joined the team and come onto the board, which will help a lot with adoption and navigating the political arena of the Middle East and North Africa. Second is this guy got brought on to the team also. They did, after they liked my video, I talked to the team a lot about the project, so they brought me on. Also, the Crypto Vapor lead, he is on the team also. So we're both working together. Next, their soft cap has been reached. It was reached early, really quick. So raising the capital for the project does not seem to be a very big problem. Which one of the reasons for it is, one is the team. Like I said, it's massive and awesome. Which you can go check out my video, the in-depth review I did. I'll put a link to that in the description. I usually forget when I say I'm going to do that, so if I do, just leave a comment, tell me I'm an idiot, and I'll put it in there. Next, the roadmap is good. They've been sticking to it. Everything's on track. The soft cap, like I said, was reached. The public sale starts in November. Now, about MenaCash. MenaCash is the stable coin that is on its own blockchain. The MenaPay is a ERC20 token. That's the one that is going to be tradable and all that. Then MenaCash, stablecoin, every MenaPay is linked to $1 US. So we'll have the stability. The price is not going to change. A lot of people think that stablecoins are boring. They're not sexy. Nobody really, cares. But stablecoins are the thing that is going to create mass adoption. The reason for that is because merchants and companies don't want to accept a currency that is volatile and skyrockets and drops and pumps and dumps, because they don't know how much money they're actually making when they sell you, say, a cup of coffee or a sandwich. They could actually lose money on the sandwich they sold you, within a few hours. So the stablecoin, because every MenaCash is linked to $1 USD, it's going to stay a constant price. All of the US dollars will be in a bank account that will be separated to several banks for security reasons. But it's all going to be transparent. It's not going to be like a lot of more drama-filled stablecoins that are out there. So stability, but one of the big focuses of the MenaPay project is, one, like I said, they're focusing just on the Middle East and North Africa to start. Now, the region is just so ripe for adoption because it is really, really needed. Also, in my earlier review, one of the foundations for the MenaPay project is that everything adheres to Islamic financial principles, which is one of the big reasons why like 80+% of the region is unbanked, because everyone knows banks are terrible and evil. So a lot of the practices are they're just not in line with the religion. So like you can't make money from money. So interest is not acceptable. So because they're adhering to that, it's going to have a huge adoption, and I think that MenaPay is going to be the spark that really lights the fire of mass adoption that burns down the old financial system. I think it's going to spread, it's going to take off, and then, banks and everything else are just going to, this is what's going to cause them to lose it. Now, one of the ways we're doing it is they're actually focusing on real world, local, or regional use cases, not just partnerships on paper that they can put on the website that don't actually do anything. They're just like a fake partnership. They're friends, like a partnership with BMW that doesn't do anything that anyone could have. I partnered with BMW because I bought a BMW. It's stuff like that it's ridiculous. But if you check out LinkedIn or lots of other news agencies, there's lots of stories about MenaPay. One of them is that they just recently signed up one merchant. He's one of the biggest furniture distributors in the MENA region, and you may have never heard of him. I may have never heard of him, but I'm not in that region. It reminds me of like especially here in the States, we have like huge companies that are million plus dollar companies that other people in the country have never heard of. Like in Texas, one of the biggest grocery stores we have, it's called H-E-B, and it literally is like the only competition for Walmart. And in a lot of towns, it pushes Walmart out of business because it's a huge company. They treat their employees better. They're not in the news for doing terrible things. It's a much better company. It's a much better store. And they're everywhere. They're everywhere in Texas. They're everywhere in the surrounding, some surrounding states. But if you go 2 or 3 states over, people have never heard of it. Same thing with this. That furniture, the furniture company, they may have, hundreds of stores, but if you're out of the region, you're not going to hear about it. However, that's the kind of thing that's going to push this adoption. Everything in that region is and what they're focusing on. They're focusing on getting merchants and brick and mortar acceptance so much that by the end of the year they want to have 50 merchants signed up on their platform, but within 6 months after that, they want to have 500. That just shows the huge commitment that they want to put in focusing on acceptance, integration, and adoption. And something I thought of when it comes to things like furniture, electronics, those kind of large purchases, the last thing they want to do is start a peer-to-peer lending, which if you're going to buy furniture or something like that, you could actually use the peer-to-peer lending instead of other finance options that might not be the best, and then purchase your stuff. So MenaPay, the stablecoin, I think that's what's gonna really make this thing take off. Whitepaper's coming out. Princess of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia came on. So did I. And that's about it. Unless you have any other questions, hit me in a comment down below. I will get with the team and get back with you if I can't answer it myself. You guys take care. See you in the next video.